This is the P2023199, the thermostatic valve here from Huntington Brass. You ever wondered, how the heck do I replace the cartridge and fix all that stuff here? Well, in this video, let's open this guy up and take a look inside of that valve and see everything that's in it. So hang tight, I'll show you right now. So yeah, the first thing I did was I removed that mud guard, and all I did was use a screwdriver to remove those two screws that were in there, and that came off. This is the valve here, as you can see. Let's talk about this solid brass valve. This is thermostatic, right? Solid brass valve construction. Thermostatic valve here, cartridge. Diverter cartridge here on the top. Two service stops, hot one and the cold one. You got a plug on the bottom. Make sure that that plug stays plugged in all the time. Never remove it from the valve, because when you remove it, it's going to mix the valve differently. You're not going to get the right temperature. It's always going to be either lukewarm or cold. It's never going to get hot. It's never going to get cold because you're mixing both water lines. So keep that plug and you should be fine. You do have the pinpoint on the back to kind of bolt it up into a 4x4 or whatnot on the wall. And let's see what we have. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the diverter cartridge up here, and we're going to take out the thermostatic cartridge right here. And then I'm also going to show you guys the two different service stop valves here that we have. Those are for shutting off the water when you're servicing it. So first thing, obviously, before you remove anything, you want to close them down. You're going to use a flathead and screw those two, flathead here and a flathead there. But for this purpose, I'm just going to take them out so you can see what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my little wrench here, and I'm going to unscrew right here to take out that valve. Okay, so hold on, give me 1 second. So once I loosen that up, this came out. Let's put that to the side, and here's the cartridge. You want to wiggle it and pull it out. And this is the cartridge for the diverter. You've got two holes in the back and a pin. You look in there, there's two holes for the water and the pin that holds it in place. So if you need this replaced, you can get one from us as well. So there's the diverter cartridge for the valve. Now let's take out the thermostatic cartridge. So for the thermostatic cartridge, you're gonna see that in here, the focus is right now, there is an Allen wrench or Allen screw in there. So that Allen screw there needs to come out first before you can loosen that up. So I'm gonna use my Allen wrench here and remove that screw by just kind of going in here and just loosen that up. So now I just pulled out the Allen screw. You can see it's got a little head in it. So that's the Allen screw. So let's just keep that off to the side. Make sure you don't lose that. And the next thing you want to do to remove the cartridge here is loosen up. There's a locking nut here. You can kind of see there's flatheads on one side, flatheads on the other side. So I'm going to use my other wrench and take out the cartridge. Now before you remove this cartridge here, you're going to have to remove this black part here. Make sure that when you do take it out and you want to put it back on, there's like an arrow here. Make sure that that one is staring right at 12 o'clock. So when you put it back in, it's just going to sit like that. So double check that you do that, right? So that when you do line it up correctly, the handle fits right. So that's your temperature limit stop right there. That's got to be at the top, facing at 12 o'clock. Thank you. So here is the thermostatic cartridge pulled out. We have this cartridge. If you need to replace it, we have it as well. Just know that there is a black line there, or maybe blue, maybe red, depending on how they colored it at the factory. But that's pre-calibrated. There's that. There's the screw. There's the ring. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the two different service stops here, the cold one and the hot one, so you can take a look at that as well. And for that, I'm going to just use my wrench. Okay, I took out the service stops, the cold one and the hot one. You can see that they're a little bit different in terms of where the waterway comes in. The cold one here, right here, and then the hot one there. So you can see how they are, right? So if you're the hot one, make sure you get the one on the left. If you're the cold one, make sure you get the one here on the right. So that's the valve. So now you see there's nothing in it. It's basically just a solid brass valve now. There's no big water in there because they pre-test them at the factory. So again, there's a diverter cartridge, thermostatic cartridge. Make sure you don't lose that little screw there. And your two service stop valves. This valve has two-way functions on the back. So it can go left or right for a shower head or a hand shower. how we have it in our packets. But you can make it anything you want. You can make it 2 shower heads or 2 hand showers or whatnot. Again, that's the thermostatic valve that guts the insides of it. P2023199. Thanks guys, have a great day. Take care. Any questions, just let me know, okay? Bye.